A few years ago we had someone who would come in and bring the water for the machines. He said when he walked down the hall, the atmosphere here was so different than in most of the schools that he went to, that the kids liked each other and they were smiling and laughing.
For a new student coming to PAA, like, it's obviously scary to go to a new school, but I just think everyone at PAA is so welcoming.
If you're having a rough day and you walk down the hall, there are people that'll come up and pray with you. And it's the greatest feeling knowing that someone cares about you. At the core of everything, we always have everything centered around Christ.
The atmosphere environment is definitely spiritual. I mean, it's all about Jesus.
We want our school to support what we're teaching at home. We want it to be like just one, not two different worlds. And when I hear my daughter talking about her Bible class and how she's learning biblical truth through very hands-on, real experiences, that just hits home for me.
I really like Pastor Stephen's Bible class. Well, you can talk about whatever you want, bring up any topics.
Because I want students to be able to make the discoveries on their own and not simply have me tell them what is truth.
I really like it because it gives a whole new perspective on the Bible and life.
Sometimes we ask those hard questions and we dig into some of those challenging areas whereby students can now seek the answers in a safe environment that they're going to have to ultimately use in the real world.
See, school is, for some of the kids, their safe place in this world. It's their spiritual family.
All the teachers really support you spiritually. I feel like a lot of the classes are challenging enough to kind of make you challenge yourself.
It's not simply beliefs that are held intellectually and you can repeat onto a test, but instead they're actually beliefs that make a very practical difference.
Now, something that we pray about almost every day at the beginning of class is that each of us will allow God to work in us and through us so that the world can be a better place.
We reach out to the community through community service days. We have students that just are involved with many different aspects that just are the hands and feet of Christ to their community.
We have 2 week spring break, just 4 mission trips, and they come back and they're changed. They're changed. Part of that is they realize that they're not the center of the universe. There's a bigger world out there with bigger needs, and we have a lot of advantages here in America, and we can make a significant difference in the world just by the things that we have and reaching out and sharing those.
Our fine arts program has digital video, digital broadcasting, digital photography, as well as kind of an all-encompassing art class that has, metal and pottery and painting.
The goal in photography and media arts production and in the digital arts in general is to help students develop an ability to use digital tool sets to produce original content.
What I really like about photography class is the interactive learning. So when we talk as a group, learn as a group, and when you are not only involved in the subject that you're teaching, but in our lives as well.
Still cameras, video cameras, editing systems, Mac computers, how to light, how to write for nonfiction and documentary.
So the kids get a real diverse exposure to fine arts, and I think that's pretty special.
For a small school, I think we have an amazing music program. I teach band, choir, small choir, which is a select group, steel drums, and then out of that we also have some kids who sort of on their own are doing a jazz band and a boys quartet, so there's a lot of little things on the side. We also have a string orchestra, and then we have Tim Ellis, which is an amazing thing to have Tim here, who does guitars, which gets them into our own studio, recording studio, which I don't know another school in the whole Portland area that probably has a studio quite like ours.
We offer a wide variety of sports. In the fall we've got volleyball for the girls and boys and girls soccer, and starting cross country back up next year. In the winter we've got boys and girls basketball, and then in the springtime we've got girls softball and boys golf.
Our sports program at PAA is well known citywide. Quality of coaching that happens, the quality of competition, but the banners that we have in the gym, the majority of those are sportsmanship banners.
Well, our coaches always tell us if we happen to collide into a girl or something like that, we always have to help them up. And that kind of was built into us.
when we started playing.
In life, in jobs, everything you do, you need to compete and do your best, but you need to do it with a certain standard of not only excellence, but of character and sportsmanship as well.
You are not just representing yourself, you're representing the school, representing our God, and making friends along the way.
Our primary focus is building self-esteem in our athletes, helping them to become leaders on campus and off campus, and just being role models for what a spiritually based athlete can be in their community.
Leadership.
Leadership.
Driven. Dedication.
Empowerment.
Motivated.
Motivated.
One of the things that we've found over the years is that we get test scores from our incoming 8th graders, and then we test them again as freshmen, sophomores, and what we found is that every year they're in school here, their test scores improve.
We have great academics with our AP classes. They give you a chance to get some college credits here.
When I get older, I want to be a type of surgeon, and so I'm looking really far into like the sciences and the math and stuff, and I know we have really strong science teachers.
I'm going to give it everything I got for any student who wants to be successful. I will give them everything I can.
His class is very hard, but he really knows how to make the info stick. He loves teaching.
PAA has never been happy with average, and you see it in every department.
If you can learn how to learn, you can be successful. Because to be a lifelong learner is what I view as one of the major keys to success.
And they try to help the kids who struggle, at their level, and the kids who need a challenge and want to do more and, get like those AP classes, they help them as well. So they have a wide variety.
I want you to be able to think, to know what it means to make good choices.
I'm teaching the students how to speak effectively and to communicate effectively.
I've learned to respect all my people of authority. I've learned to even challenge authority, even though I must respect them. I think I'm going to be very prepared when I go to college.
I want them to be able to share their thoughts and express their feelings.
You get that one-on-one relationship with your teachers. They'll know you personally, and so they'll know how to help you.
They don't just learn about social studies, they learn about how social studies applies to their whole Christian world. So when they leave here, it's not like I learned about this and this is a little box. And then now here's my Christian world and here's a little box. There isn't two compartments. It just all comes together.
It's a good environment to practice what you want to be later on in life.
Learning to give all that you have and working as hard as you can, and those are things that you can apply to life.
Our students are college-bound. 95% of our kids are college-bound students, and when they're in an environment where classmates are talking college and have good study habits and good work habits, that rubs off on each other. So they're going to graduate here with skills that are going to be able to attract higher-paying jobs.
We just try to be the best we can possibly be, and I think that carries throughout everything that we do at PAA.
Accepting.
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 Love.
Loving.
Loving.
Warmth.
Caring.
Family.
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 Family. It's amazing how these young people are able to pull in individuals, fellow students from all different backgrounds, and they just become a big family. PAA is a family.
There is somebody here that will reach out to you, and you can form a relationship and a bond here. And for some people that might be hurting, it is a family atmosphere here.
And so there's not like that sense of being categorized or like you are in this group or you're in that group. It's really nice because you just have friends from all different kinds of backgrounds.
They see, wow, I can be an engineer with a strong Christian faith, or I can be a teacher who exercises what I believe in my world.
I have never had a student come back and say, wow, I wish I wouldn't have gone to that school. It's always been highly positive of their experience here, their full experience.
We believe that it's not just a school. We believe that it's an investment in her lifelong decision and how it impacts her. I encourage people all the time, to bring their kids to a school like this because it's an experience like no other.
Students here graduate here knowing that they have a place in the world, knowing that they have a firm foundation because they have people that believe in them and value them for who they are.
We are a family. I think that we just kind of adopt them as our own kids.
It's that family spirit of how can we help each other, what can we do to make every student succeed and make that possible. So when students come into us, when families come in, we say, you know, sure, there's financial costs, but let's sit down and make it work. And if they want to come here, we'll find a way for them to come here.